Welcome back to Downstairs and Dragons, where we play D&D in our basement as per tradition. And if you've been following our Candlekeep Mysteries campaign, you know we've been using a special homebrew deck of many things. Where we left off, our party that has many other players, but as of right now, just has Dusty, who plays Clay. I'm Samantha, your DM. Clay pulled a card, and Clay, what did that card say?
The grave.
The grave. And the next thing Clay knew is his vision went black. He lost feeling of all of his limbs, all of his body. He lost the feeling of the air on his skin, the warmth of the summer day. All the things that Clay could feel and experience were gone. So, Clay, what I would like you to do is pull out 4 d6s.
4 d6s. Oh, I have 4 of them literally right off to the side here. Quink-a-dink.
Go ahead and roll the 4 d6s.
All at once?
Yep. You can bring that closer if you want.
Well, it's Jacob, so, okay, what do I need? Do I add
Any
it all?
ones, you're going to re-roll.
No ones.
And then take away the smallest one.
Okay.
And total, tell me the total.
16.
16. Okay, go ahead and do that again.
With all 4?
Yep.
Okay. Reroll any ones?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because there was 2.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Take away the lowest?
Yep.
14.
14? Okay, do it again.
Okay.
And if you could do that more on screen, that would be great.
Oh, my bad. It's just this is somebody else's.
Yeah, just put you straight.
But he's got his little loofies there that are gonna tip over.
His little one.
I'll get it figured out. It's fine.
Okay. Just do it on your paper.
No, I'm so sorry. Okay, all right. No, I'm not doing it on my paper.
I know I do. I just do it right in my cup. In your snack plate, get your dice all greasy. What?
That's what you do?
No.
Oh, jeez. I thought you were saying I was doing it. I was like, it's all the way over there.
No.
All right. Take away the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
12.
Okay, do it again.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting worse at this. Take away the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Okay, do it again.
Reroll ones.
Yep.
Okay. Take away the lowest. 12.
Amazing. One more time.
Okay. Reroll ones.
Mm-hmm.
Good, because there was 2 again. Oh gosh. Take away the lowest. 15.
15, fantastic. Out of, con, strength, dex, charisma, intelligence, wisdom, where would you like the 16, your highest, to go?
Oh, well, depends what kind of person we doing here. Is it Clay?
Clay, yeah, what would you like to be the best at?
What would Clay like to be the best at?
Mm-hmm. Or you. You and Clay,
I mean,
blur the lines a little bit. And it's funny, as much as I wanted you to get this card, this is going to be a very challenging card for you because you have to make a lot of decisions.
yeah, and I'm awful at those.
So, if you take too long, I will make them for you. Or
Okay,
you can say
alright.
pass, and I'll make them for you.
Alright, well, what was my highest?
16.
Highest was 16, so we're gonna go con.
Amazing. What about your lowest? 8.
My lowest 8, we're just gonna go ahead and do charisma.
Okay. What about your 2 that are the same, the 2 12s?
The 2 12s. We'll say a 12 in strength.
Okay.
Let's see here. I got con, charisma, strength.
You have Dex, Wisdom, and Intelligence left.
12 will do intelligence.
And to be fair, all these are still above average.
Yeah.
But,
well, except for the 8. So, let's see here. The highest one,
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
The second highest, so 15?
Yeah, that'll be Dex. And then the 14 will be Wisdom.
Wonderful.
I didn't want to go exactly what Clay had,
So while I'm getting this all situated, can you tell me, do you like being surrounded by people? Or do you like to be left mostly alone? And in the middle, do you like spending time with a few close people? Or do you like to go between all of those things?
Clay or me?
Either one.
Oh, gosh.
If it's easier for you to make the decision as yourself, then make it as yourself. If it's easier for you to do it as Clay, then do it as Clay.
Okay, what are these options again?
Do you like to be surrounded by people, left mostly alone, near just a couple of close people a lot, or bouncing between all three of those?
Bouncing between all those.
Okay.
Gotta have some mental recharging and stuff.
Okay. Okay, so Clay, you would like to be an ambivert. If you were to would you prefer to create things or maintain things? Or would you rather go and find things? What do you want to do with your time? Do you want to create things, maintain things, find things, or protect things?
It's hard because a little bit of all of them, honestly, but if I had to choose...
You can choose a little bit of all if you want to.
I choose a little of all. I bounce around a lot. Sorry.
That is okay. Now, that being said, I'm going to ask if you want to narrow that down at all. If you were to create things, what medium do you want to work with? Would you work with food, clothing, wood, metal, stone, words, or magic?
Wood.
Wood?
Sorry. I love woodworking.
Okay. What would you prefer to maintain? Plants, animals, medicine, religion, education, people's relationships? What would you prefer to maintain?
A little of all. But I don't know. I don't think that's...
So you just want to help out in general?
Yes. Be as selfless as possible.
If you were to go and find things, like explore and try to track down something, do you want to mine and discover things while mining? Do you want to fish, hunt, forage, or just general adventuring looking for treasure? What kind of things do you want to find when you are looking around? What is fun to discover? Is it fun to discover bugs, rocks, new mountains, new buildings, new people? What is fun to discover for you?
New buildings.
You like to find new places?
New places.
That are more like new civilized places.
Yeah.
So not necessarily new hidden nature.
Well, I mean, some nature as well, but...
If you were to protect things, how are you protecting them? Are you providing them shelter? Are you providing them safety? Are you providing them love, warmth? Are you hiding them from something? Or are you constantly traveling? How do you protect things around you?
Constantly traveling.
Really?
Well...
That's how you would keep things safe, is by not sitting still.
Yes.
Okay. Now the next step is you're gonna rate how happy each one of these things makes you. So when I say a word, I want you to tell me 1 through 10, okay?
Is this D&D or therapy simulator?
Can you tell me, on a scale from 1 to 10, how high would you rate wealth?
Wealth?
How important to you is it? How happy does it make you?
6.
Friendship.
10 being the most, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Friendship, that is a 9.
Love. Like intimate romantic love.
8. Well, no, 9. 9 as well. Sorry, I was thinking you could only use one number for my
Peace and rest.
Peace and rest, 3. I never let myself rest.
Efficiency.
Efficiency.
In anything you're doing, how important to you is it that you do it the first time and get as much of it done as possible?
10. I am...
Fame. How important is it for people to know your name and know who you are and your deeds and your knowledge? And
2.
Is it that, well, I just want to clarify, is it that it's important for, is it that it's not important that a lot of people know your name, or it's not important if they have a good opinion of you?
Jeez, if it's important that they have a good opinion, I mean, that's really higher up.
So fame makes you happy in that regard?
Yeah. I want people to like me.
Okay, what's the number?
We'll go with a 7.
Glory, that would be like accomplishments, finding some kind of divinity, like a connection with a god, finding something holy in your life, having just a very major accomplishment, gold star reward.
We're gonna go with 7 because you gotta leave room for Lathander. Also for peace.
Yeah.
For peace itself, could we make that a 6?
How important to you is knowledge? How happy does it make you to learn new things and have knowledge?
6.
How important is it for you to be recognized? Oh, I guess fame. Okay, actually, fame is you said a 2. Recognition would be the 7. I didn't realize I had 3.
Yeah.
Power, to be able to control people and the events around you.
Control people?
Not necessarily like boss them around, but just have power to like manipulate the world. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just to be able to have a larger sphere of influence around you. Like just to have more of an effect on people, buildings, stuff. How important is it for you to be able to affect as much as possible?
My brain is like, well, that works with the efficiency as well. 5.
Okay, so now we need to put these in order. Efficiency is obviously the first. Friendship and love, which one's more important?
Love. Because I love my friends.
Well, love in a romantic sense, like a spouse, or multiple spouses or whatever. Okay.
Clay is a one-woman man. Is he a one-woman man?
Oh, that's up to you. Glory and recognition, which one?
Glory.
Oh, I'm surprised you said that.
Wait. Yeah, we're gonna keep it that way because I gotta keep you on your toes.
Which wealth or peace or knowledge? Which one's more important?
Peace.
Then wealth or knowledge?
Knowledge, wealth. I think it's funny that you have the thing right here as well, covering up Mr. Jacob's salute.
Okay. Next section. Choose your preferences. Do you prefer to be warm or cold? Do you like warm weather or cold weather?
Warm. Because my brain immediately was like, but what if it's like 98 degrees with the heat indexes? But
So you prefer mild warm weather.
yes.
Do you prefer to be busy or to be free? I know your answer in real life. What is Clay's or your answer? Which one do you want to answer
What is my
here?
answer?
In real life, you'd rather be busy. You hate having nothing to do. You go crazy.
I do. Okay. Where, you know what? Because since I would love for Clay to be free.
Would you prefer to live very, very up high or very, very down low deep?
Very up high. I don't like floods.
Do you prefer nature or city?
Nature.
Do you prefer to have a lot of energy, a lot of like high energy, or a lot of serenity and peacefulness and slow living?
If I had all that dopamine, I would love high energy living.
And altitude. Okay, and then the last one. Do you prefer like vibrancy, like everything in your life is super colorful, super big, super loud, super extravagant, or things to be more mellow? Like even like think like holidays, the people around you want mellow.
No.
Okay. In life, will you try to do what other people want you to do?
In life, will I do what other people want me to do? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like if someone else wants you to do something, will you do it over what you want to do? Will you choose what you want or will you choose what they want?
What they want within reason.
Will you be open to helping others or open to helping yourself with your time?
Open to helping others.
Will you in any way protect yourself from others?
Yes.
In what ways? That's fine.
Sorry.
Will you try to complete a grand project with your life before you die? Will there be something grand you want to achieve or create? Or are you okay just living and experiencing life?
I would like to achieve something great.
Will you try to learn as much as possible? Will you constantly be learning, or once you've learned something, is that enough?
Constantly learning.
What kind of people do you want to surround yourself with?
Kind.
What kind of home would you like to retire in? A vast mansion, a small cottage, something in the suburbs, something out in the woods, something... What would your retirement home look like?
Small, like, 2-bedroom house. Not surrounded by trees, but...
In the country.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most challenging about living life?
Gosh, these are deep. Why? For D&D, why are they so deep?
Because depending on your answers, I will then roll dice to see how close the die roll is to your answer.
Okay, alright. And what was the question again? I'm so sorry.
What do you find the most challenging about living life? Can I give you an example?
Yes, please.
I find having enough time to do everything I want to do. Time and energy. I don't have enough time and energy to do everything I want to do. That is what I find the most challenging about life. Someone else might say they find life really challenging because they just can't seem to connect with other people. Or just can't seem to grasp certain concepts. Or it's too sad. Like there's lots of negative things about life that make it hard to continue living. So what is the hardest about living life?
sorry to take one of your answers. I'll say the time and energy.
Yeah.
I agree.
You and I are similar.
I wish I had way more energy to do things. I just, like, I know from Clay's standpoint, he's got energy, he's got time. But for me, it just feels like there's not enough.
What aspects do you admire in others but you don't have in yourself?
Admire about others, not myself.
Brave, calm, kind, smart.
Smart.
Okay.
Because I do really consider myself the dumb one out of the group. I'm so sorry.
Oh gosh, no. That is definitely not the case, but so Clay, the last thing you remember is standing in the road. You were headed to Candlekeep with your friends. And there was actual, like, nothingness. There was just straight up nothingness after that. You're having trouble understanding how you got where you are right now. You're having trouble remembering anyone's faces, and you're not really remembering your own name.
Ooh.
Or what your own body feels like.
Ooh.
So, I would like you to start by rolling a d20.
A d20. Am I adding anything to it or
Nope.
Oh boy. Okay. 14.
Pick a letter of the alphabet that you like.
Letter of the alphabet that I like. Letter of the alphabet that I like.
It's not that hard.
I know, I'm sorry,
I'll do it for you.
We'll go with S.
S?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I actually gave them names. Hold on. You don't know her name.
Okay.
You know your mother as Mata. Mata, like mother, Mata. That's what you call her. That's what everyone you know calls her. You grew up in the arms of a very sweet mother. She's nice like you. She cares about helping other people. She wants to always help you learn and explore the yard and find things that are fun to do with your life.
Is this like Finn going to the pillow world happening right now?
It's a little different.
Did you like that I just made a connection?
Yeah. Can you roll a d20?
Roll a d20. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
12.
12. Your father, who you know as Papa.
Papa?
Like Papa, but Papa.
I got you.
Or Pata, either one.
Uh-huh. Man, I really want to eat one of those chips.
Your father, also still really similar to you,
Okay.
really cares about just working really hard so you can have a relaxing end of your life. And that is what he does. Both your mother and your father are kind to you, take care of you, they work very hard. And now what they do with their life, that is an interesting thought. Can you roll a d20 to determine how close your family business is to your personal interests?
16. Yes.
16. Okay. Your family does not do a little bit of everything. You need a nat 20 for that. But your family does work with wood. They are carpenters. They are woodcutters.
Also, should I be taking notes?
No, this is all being taken right on screen.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
That's fine. Your family are woodcutters and wood carvers, so they cut their own wood. Bad wood is turned into firewood. Good wood is turned into things. Wagons, wheels, barrels, Because you rolled really high, your family actually is pretty knowledgeable and knows how to do most things with wood, but that's a lot of work for one family. So we have to determine how big your family business is. Could you roll a d20 again for how well your business is doing?
14.
Fantastic. So your family does really well in the wood that they don't use themselves. They would then have other merchants to work with, but they're doing the high value wood items. Furniture would be high value. Doors, like helping maintain building materials that would go out. They're not actual like building constructors. They're more furniture crafters and
cabinets, and
silverware
stuff.
cabinets, things that regularly need to be replaced. So they have a decent business. The family business is going well. The woodcutting and crafting is to sustain the family and make a profit yearly.
We're just real quick playing like an old school Oregon Trail. That's all we're doing here.
Seriously, there was a sim that we used to play in the 90s, and it was on a computer, and it was all text-based, and it was just like this. You would like roll to see what happened to your character within a year. And it would tell you if you met someone, and then you could decide if you want to marry them. You could decide if you're going to have kids, what your name your kids. Like, I don't remember what it was called. But
I don't remember it either, but I do remember having to type in the answers and all that stuff. And it was on those huge, like, weird black floppy disk things.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have to decide on your family size. Because your mother is actually pretty close to your stats, she's of very good health.
Okay.
So she could have a number of kids. Because her health is so high, please roll a d10.
D10. Thank goodness it's not a D20. 5.
Okay, she's going to have 5 kids. I would like you to roll a d6 to decide where in the order you are. So you have 5 siblings. So what number are you? You are number 4?
Yep.
Okay. Your family is healthy enough
To not die from
to
dysentery.
have 6 kids, and they have enough money to support this. Child 1, I guess just roll whatever you want. If it's even, it's a girl. If it's odd, it's a boy. And that being said, of course, they can change their identity and they can do whatever just for the simplicity's sake. Even. Child 1 is a girl, and you like the letter S. Do you know her as Sissy?
Yeah.
You know her as Sissy. Child 2. D20?
Is this where I'm saying like odd evens?
Yeah.
Even. Well, hold on. Was that a 6 or a 9? That was a 6. Yes.
Okay, pick a letter of the alphabet.
M.
And because you only know them as their nicknames, when you were a little kid.
Missy? Ow. Ow, that hurt my head.
Child 3.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I did it. Okay. Alright, D20 again? Oh my gosh, it's another even.
Hold on, I gotta pick out. Now that you are born and you're meeting your siblings, we need some other music. And is that too happy? No, that's fine. So you're meeting all your siblings, and they're all very nice. And your older sisters, pick a letter of the alphabet.
E. F.
F, E.
Sorry. No, it's fine. Leave it. Okay, fine.
I don't want to use Yuffie because that's one of my character names. So,
Okay.
Ellie. Okay, so that's you. Okay, who's your younger sibling?
Oh my gosh, you shitting me? It's another even.
Pick a letter of the alphabet.
B. Billy, with an I.
I've actually met a couple. Billy's and Stevie's. And
I
Bobby's.
met a Bobby with an I.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, okay.
Alright, last one.
Please, let it be one. Oh, it's that one. But it's an odd, so that's a boy.
Okay, pick a letter.
J.
Jim Bob. Just kidding.
Jimmy. Jilly? Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy.
Okay, so these are not their full names.
Yeah, you're gonna go away.
You know them as Sissy, Missy, Ellie, Billy, and Jimmy. You are one of the middle children. Can you... I'll help you with this. I'm going to roll d20s to determine how similar they are to you. Oh gosh, you are a spinning image of Missy. You guys are almost exactly the same. You're basically best friends. And actually, you are the most different from Jimmy. You got a nat 20 here.
Oh yeah, because I was freaking raised by girls. Well, I mean, so it's Jimmy.
And, like, they're all sorts. Like, because... So, everyone here is actually... All the girls are really similar to you. They all very much care about running around and helping people, having some freedom, working on crafts, learning on knowledge. Like, you guys all do pretty well in school. You do pretty well. The funny thing is, though, you do struggle to make friends because of your socialization. So, you have all bonded very close. Like, think like Demon Slayer. All the siblings were so close. Because you guys struggle to make friends with your socialization skills. You stick together.
Yeah.
Jimmy is the most different from the family. He is, being the youngest, he's incredibly sociable very early on, and he ends up getting along with strangers much better than all of you. He is maybe really, really, really handsome, really, really suave.
So he is like me. Sorry.
Oh, but like as gorgeous as you all are, he just has something that strangers like a bit more. So, now that you know your family size and how well your family is doing, where do you live? Can you please roll a d20 to see how close your family lives to your ideal living situation?
16.
Okay, 16 is pretty high. You're getting a lot of really good rolls. You guys live in a decent-sized city.
Yeah, why can't I get these regular nights?
It's not a capital city by any means, but it's also not teeny tiny either. I would say in a world like D&D, you think there's at least 2,000 people in your town. 2,000 is actually really small. I would say 10,000 people in your city, which is pretty big. So if you think when we played in Helena was 2,000 people. So 10,000 people would be 5 times the size of Helena. So, 10,000 people in the city. You, for the life of you, cannot remember the name of the city. And it's, I want to say like Mediterranean, mildly warm. Mediterranean, I don't know how to spell that. Climate. Large city of 10,000 plus people. And that also explains why you guys do so well in your industry, is you have enough customers to serve. Your family is actually really well known in the city and does incredibly well. That being said, everyone kind of knows that the Carpenter children stick together.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm actually imagining is I'm imagining the city from Kiki's Delivery Service, like on the ocean.
I saw there's supposed to be a sequel coming out.
Shut! I don't have time for this right now. Oh my god. You're derailing this episode. Oh, hold on. Okay. Back on what we're doing.
I just really hope it wasn't an April Fool's thing.
I'm sure it was. Oh my gosh. Okay. Back on what we were doing. And the reason I think of it being up on the cliffs of the ocean is because you also said you like a high altitude. So,
yes.
So I'm thinking of that kind of city on the ocean. It's not that it looks like in our world, like the Greek cities that have the very stucco buildings. Mm-hmm. Give it a little bit more of a English Tudor vibe, and you get like the cities in Kiki's Delivery Service. So
okay, yeah.
Anyway, you got the altitude of the cliffs. You have the ocean, you have the warm weather, but then you also have the forest behind the city, so you guys have a good business. Okay. So, like cobblestone roads, like it's very... You're not living in a third world village. You're living in a pretty good town.
Okay.
So, now your childhood. We're going to talk about what affects you in your childhood. You don't really know how old you are when this happens, but please draw a tarot card for a benefit to your childhood. And can I see it? And can you tell me what is on the card?
Ace of Swords.
Really? I have your book over here because we've never used that deck before, so I don't know.
I've used it once,
Well,
but
I've never.
it's been a while since it's been used.
Okay, so this is a benefit to your childhood. While you all were still pretty young yet, maybe Jimmy had only recently been born. Oh, that's not right. Oh, these are in a weird order. I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah.
I was expecting Pentacles to be at the end, but they're in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Ace of Swords?
Correct.
Cutting straight through the bullshit, the Ace of Swords delivers truth and clarity in realistic ways.
Does it actually say that?
Your potential is at an all-time high, claiming your personal power. You're able to cut through the noise and clearly see the path that you want to take. Okay, all of you. Okay, the benefit to your childhood is you guys have an incredibly good education.
Okay.
You have really good schooling. Your family business does well. And because of that, you have a really good path forward. You guys have enough money for you to kind of do whatever you need to do.
Okay.
But what is something bad that happens in your childhood? Could you pull another card, please?
Yes.
And you and Missy spend the most time together.
It is the Four of Pentacles.
Four of Pentacles. While I'm looking that up, can you tell me, are you really interested in the woodworking your family does? Do you want to learn how to do everything your mother and father do, making furniture?
I mean, yeah, I do like what my time pastor like to do, but I want to be able to do some good things and make some big things. Like I heard, wait, what time period is this? Well, because
It's
everything's
D&D.
D&D. Okay. I want to make catapults. I want to make war machines. I want to make things that make people go ooh and ah.
Okay, the flaw with your childhood is even though you guys are all in elementary age, like you're pretty young, you're not in puberty yet. Your parents, I don't know if they were worried about how many kids they have or worried about things turning sour one day. They did get really greedy. Your parents basically overworked.
Oh.
And you didn't. Once you started going to school, you didn't see much of them anymore because they were working so hard, and they put away a bunch of money, which is great. But that money is something that they were locking away. You guys weren't going to plays. You weren't going out to eat at taverns. You weren't buying new clothes. They were being incredibly frugal. And even though you had money, they were not spending it.
Never mind war machines. I want to make some fun play
Toys?
sets so that way kids can actually have fun with their parents.
Oh, and like rocking horses and
Yeah.
sleds and stuff.
Yeah.
That's so cute. So,
It's not clay, so I'm doing a different voice.
so as close as you were to Missy, both
Please don't tell me
Sissy-
Missy dies.
No, Sissy and Missy end up helping out with the business,
Okay.
a lot, and Ellie and you kind of end up taking care of Billy and Jimmy. Not that your family was parentifying you, it's just that they weren't around. So when Jimmy and Billy needed help with things, you and Ellie were the ones helping them. You were having to parent a little bit while Sissy and Missy were off working. A little bit, yeah.
I'm saying.
No,
of our
yeah,
dynamic with the
we want
family.
you to make some connections to your
So,
real life.
yeah.
So, okay, next. Now you are going to be going through puberty. You're kind of like young adult, teenage. Please draw a card for the benefit to your teenage years.
XX Judgment.
Oh, that's one of the major arcana. Judgment. So this is a benefit. Oh, okay. So you know how in our world when we go to high school, they're like, think about what you want to do with your life and what career path you want to, and what college you want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically spending the next 10 years really thinking about what do you want to do, Clay? Do you want to go to an academy and get like a higher degree? Do you want to take over the family business? Do you want to move to a new town and start your own business? You are spending this time reflecting on what you want to do. And because this happens so young, you're doing this with your siblings. Because you're doing it with your siblings, you're actually all pretty much on the same page. And if you want to take any of them with you, except for Jimmy, because Jimmy is very different, you could decide to take them with you. But before you make your decision, we have to see what bad thing happens to you and your family during your teenage years.
Also, doesn't Judgment
Isn't it spelled Judge
E-M- I thought it was, but you're right. It's not spelled that here.
Yeah, on the card
Am I
either.
wrong? Maybe I'll Google it while you
Yeah, go
decide.
ahead.
So, if you could draw the next card.
Draw the next card. Okay. All right, you ready? Oh, flaw. 8.
Nope, we're wrong. There is no E.
Really? Wow, this is like the time that
it depends on if you're in the UK or not. In the US, there's no E, but in the UK, there is an E.
Now see, because I remember like some TV shows I used to watch would have E, but 8 of Cups.
8 of Cups is the bad thing. That's weird. There is more to that benefit, but I want to get to it after the deficit.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's funny because it fits. You ready? There are a lot of options in front of you, and it's hard to choose just one. The fear of missing out is keeping you stagnant, paralyzing you from moving forward with the options that you have. Weighing the pros and cons and make a decision will help you decide what will emotionally fulfill you. But because this is a deficit, it literally takes your entire teenage life to decide what you want to do, and because of it, you are missing out on some opportunities. That is the deficit. So while you and your family are really in touch and you and your siblings are really on the same page on what you want to do, and because you waited so long to make your decision, you have more skills than other people going out there. Like if another kid started a business at 15, you starting at 20, you're going to start with a better head start. You have a higher savings, you have more skills, you have a bigger network. So the benefit is you are going to be starting your life with a bigger support system. But because you're starting so late, other people your age are farther ahead than you.
Yeah.
So, that being said, what do you want to do with your life, Clay? Do you want to stay in this town, or do you want to explore? Do you want to go adventuring? Do you want to start a business? Like, what do you want to do?
Oh, I am still playing as Clay, okay, so I shouldn't be doing a different voice. I should be doing...
You can do whatever voice you want.
Alright, so, question was, what am I going to do?
What are you going to do with your life? I mean, if we look back at your passions up at the top here,
yeah,
you wanted to help people where you could, and the woodworking does actually help a lot of people. Their chairs break, their building breaks because of a storm. Like, you were very, very helpful. But you wanted to see new cities. Do you want to go adventuring? Is that part of your deficit? Is you're starting late because you decided to go exploring?
Mm-hmm.
You want?
Yeah, let's do that.
Are you going to take anyone with you? You did have trouble making friends due to your socialization skills, but because you are so close to your family, you have family members interested in going with you. Sissy is going to stay and help with the family business because, like you, she is interested in it. Ellie and Missy are also interested in the family business, but Missy is on your side. She also wants to go exploring, but she could never go and do it alone.
I just take Missy.
So you and your sister, your close sister, are going to go exploring.
Yep.
So you guys are going to go adventuring.
I really need to have one. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and eat a little bit. Sorry.
It's going to crunch a
Crunch,
lot.
crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh.
I'll go ahead and then pause.
Just smells.
Wait, is it paused or is it not paused?
No,
No, there we go. Now it's playing. Oh my gosh, I've never paused the recording before. Do you want to pause and have a snack?
You didn't notice me throw a chip in my mouth?
No, I saw that. But
Oh.
do you want more? As people
one
watch
more.
us debate on that?
Just one
Okay,
more,
well
just
then
one
don't
more.
worry. We'll just keep going.
Okay.
So the next part is, so you and Sissy go adventuring. In this country that you're in, the trees are very like a light green, dark wood. The flowers are very pink and orange here. The sky is very blue, and there's lots of spontaneous weather. There will be sprinkles, clouds, and sun all in the same day with a lot of breeze from the ocean. And there's lots of hills. The mountains aren't massive like Switzerland, but it's definitely very up and down, up and down, up and down as you travel. As you're going between farmland from town to town, there are tons of vineyards, there are tons of things to see. You're seeing really fascinating architecture change as you travel. So think about in Europe how like French architecture and German architecture are very different, and you don't have to travel that far to see both. That's what your travels end up bringing you. Okay. So if you could please pull a card for the benefit of your adventuring.
XIX, the sun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and then could you pull the deficit as well? XIX. You mean 19? I'm being an ass, I'm sorry.
Yes, it is 19, sorry.
Abundance is radiating down upon you as warm yellow rays, illuminating your days with confidence and lighthearted fun. You and your sister are having so much fun. You are discovering new things. You are meeting people. Even though you guys aren't very sociable, you are actually making friends in the other towns. People are happy to see you and are nice to you. And every little simple moment, even the strolls, are helpful. As you guys travel, you are actually adding friends to your group. You are actually traveling in a large group of people now, and some of them are writers, some of them are bards and singers who like to laugh. You are building a community of people with different skills. What is the deficit? What is the challenge you all face on your travels?
The 9 of Wands.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Oh my god. Okay. Because you grew up with people not really liking you or your sister, you really struggle to know who likes you and who doesn't. And some of the people that you guys try to take on end up not being good long-term commitments. Some of them end up doing crimes with you around, and you have to be careful to hide what you've done. Some of them, just by you knowing them, it doesn't look good on you. So while you guys are making friends, some of these friends aren't the greatest. Some of them are.
And this is where I said within reason.
Yeah, the issue is, while you've gotten this far on your own, you are lacking the skills to continue traveling without these people. You can't abandon them. You guys are starting to go down more dangerous roads, and some of them are better fighters than you. Now, you do have health, speed, and endurance, but you are not a trained adventurer. You are a craftsman. So these other people with you, these mercenaries that are a part of your caravan, you can't afford to separate from them because they protect all of you from monsters. So while some of them you think are a bit too ruthless and a little bit harder to be around, and you have to make sure you go from town to town quickly before they do something wrong, like get in a drunken brawl, you are becoming paranoid. Even when things aren't going well, you're scared it's not going to go well. So as beautiful and fun as your adventure was, as it's nearing its end, you are getting paranoid and scared that everywhere you go with these people, it's going to get worse. These people are not getting better in your life. So we should actually add these people to your list. So you've accumulated some friends. We have your sister, Sissy. We have a writer. We have a mercenary who protects you. We have a bard. We have a hunter and chef. You picked up a farmer. Who else should I think? Is there anyone else you'd like in your group?
Okay.
So let's think of the writer. Let's roll a d20 to see what they value and compared to you.
9.
Okay. The writer doesn't really value the same things as you. They want to go faster. They want to see everything. They actually might be a race that lives a shorter life than you.
We are still recording, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was just getting confused because of the start streaming from there.
No, that's always it, because you can stream and record at the same time.
Oh, my bad.
The counter at the bottom is still going. Fast pace, shorter lived life. Pick a letter of the alphabet.
C.
Cunty, just kidding. Sorry.
But no, I was just getting paranoid about the recording.
QUE is a fast-paced, pushy person. They're constantly trying to get you to go, and keep going. The mercenary, who we already know through the cards, is kind of a troublemaker. Pick a letter of the alphabet.
Oh, goodness. Sorry. V.
What?
V. Vinny.
Them. but that's okay. The bard. Can you roll a d20, see how similar they are to you?
19.
This person is very similar to you, really likes, is really getting close to you. You and your sister. Pick a letter in the alphabet.
R.
Ro. Do you like Ro or do you hate it? Rory?
Rory.
Is Rory a boy or girl?
Do I roll d20?
If you want to, if you don't want to choose.
Boy.
Rory being so similar to you and your sister, Missy. They develop a relationship.
No!
What? What's wrong with that?
I don't want my sister dating anybody. I have a sister complex.
Are you kidding?
Yes, I'm
If you're not kidding, we'll put it. I just wanted
I'm
to.
kidding because of what we're watching.
Is very. He just has similar values. Cares about people. Works hard. And does the social work for you guys. Rory is the first person to join you, not for romantic reasons. Joined you because he saw the good in you and made friends with you guys, but then allowed you to make additional friends because you guys aren't very good at socializing. So Rory is the reason you have friends.
Harsh.
He saw the good in you that other people couldn't see, and he learned how to sell it for you. So Rory has been doing that and taking good care of you. Now the hunter and the chef. Pick a letter of the alphabet and roll a d20.
Hunter and the chef. We're gonna go F for the hunter.
Actually, let's do the chef is also the farmer. F for the hunter?
Yes. And it is a girl.
Pickle is a girl, and what is the d20? Or what's the result of the d20 so I know how similar they are to you?
Sorry. It was 10.
Okay, middle of the road. Isn't really that different from you, and it really isn't that similar to you in a way that you guys don't butt heads, but you don't finish each other's sentences. So you're very complimentary.
Mm-hmm.
Complimentary to you, as you don't butt heads, but you don't see things the same way. Okay, the farmer and chef, who helps forage for food and take care of you guys, roll a d20, see how similar they are to you. 11. Kind of similar to the hunter. The hunter and the farmer are really close friends. Pick a letter of the alphabet.
G. Gordon.
No, because
Gordon?
it's a chef.
Because in one of my old video games, the farmer dude was his name was Gordon.
No, we can't have real names. You can only know them by their nicknames. You want it to be a boy?
No, it doesn't have to be.
I think it should be a boy. In a relationship with the hunter. How about Geo? Or Gin? Or G?
No, not Gin.
I don't have a good G. Gabe. I'm kidding. Okay, the rogue. Roll a d20 to see how similar they are to you.
Oh guys, I can't see it. That's it's another 11.
11?
It's 11. Yep.
Okay. Pick a letter of the alphabet.
W.
Roll a d20, see how similar they are to you.
19.
19. Okay. While it seems like you don't really get along, that's all completely false. They completely get along with you and agree with you. They just pick on you.
Oh. It's because the rogue has eyes for me.
Do you want this to be a girl?
Oh, I figured it would be. Sorry, that was wrong for me to assume.
No, it's not wrong. These are up to you.
It can be a lady.
Okay, Willow is a girl, and then what is Vem?
What is them?
Yeah, the troublemaker. The one who's been a pain in the ass that you guys are having trouble getting rid of because they're a good fighter.
That is a guy.
Okay. And I'm not saying anything about how these people were born. This is what they identify as when you met them.
Mm-hmm.
So, perfect. Okay. That is your friend group. Your friend group, however, though, is deteriorating because of all the drama. One, you have people pairing off in relationships, and you have the mercenary who's just escalating. So how are you guys going to deal with this? Are you going to try to break up and go home? Are you going to start a business in one of the towns? Like, what is your next step? You're getting, you know how they say in your 30s, you're just like in your 20s, you're just more tired and in pain? That's where you guys are getting. You're getting a little lower on energy. You've seen a lot of places, and you're thinking it might be time for a rest. So, do you go back home? Do you pick a new town?
Oh, it sounded like you were going to say another option.
I was thinking, and who do you take with you?
Well, I guess how far away from home are we?
It doesn't matter, because no matter what,
And how long's it been?
I can't tell you an exact number of years. It is your young adulthood.
Oh.
So you left town when your teenage years were over,
Mm-hmm.
when you were no longer through puberty,
Yeah.
and then through your final development of adulthood, you have been adventuring.
I go back home. I want to see Jimmy.
Okay. So you return home with who? With your sister Missy.
Yep. Rory, if they want to,
Mm-hmm.
because they are all about Missy. We'll take Willow,
Why's that?
because they look out for me, and because it's kind of protection on the way back. Then
So you're gonna return home and you see your family. Let's see what your family's been up to in the meantime. Could you pull a card for the benefit of your family while you were gone?
2 of Cups.
Oh, that's pretty good. They've really bonded as a
Did my
family.
parents get their heads out of their asses?
They've calmed down
Cool.
a great deal.
Cool.
Now they know that it's not about work, it's about family.
Cool. Wow, good time to return.
And even your youngest brother Jimmy,
Mm-hmm.
even though he is so different from the rest of you and has gone off to complete his own career in politics, he has stayed connected. While he wants to take care of the town, he has been good to your family and is happy to see you when you return. Your sisters are also incredibly excited. The family has done well for itself, so there is room for you all to stay. You are not in any way homeless, which you might have been if you had bad rolls. What is the deficit that's happened to your family while you were gone?
2 of Wands. Sorry, I'm getting hair everywhere. You're very quiet. That doesn't feel good.
I'm trying to figure out, this one's not even that bad, so I'm having trouble deciding how to make it a deficit. Okay, so actually the deficit is actually your hometown. It's trying to figure out how to grow with the times and expand, which involves your family a great deal because of all the building that you guys do. You're definitely part of those guilds. Your family is definitely part of those guilds. The issue is they're running into bureaucracy circles. They're running into the old guard still preventing change, and they're running into the new guard pushing too much change and not taking experience. So like nothing in town has gotten better. Some of it has just gone stagnant or gotten worse. Like for example,
Is this the U.S. government?
it's just like a lull in the town. So while your family is doing okay, the town itself, crime rates have gone up a little bit. Poverty has gone up a little bit. Issues with diversity have bloomed, like people not being as accepting and people becoming more prejudiced. So the town isn't as safe as it used to be. It isn't as loving and warm and open, but your family still is. So, with that in mind, now that you've returned home to visit your family, what are you doing? What are you doing with your adult life? Are you going to settle down? Are you going to start a business? Are you going to go back out adventuring?
Go start a business.
Here in town, or the same
In
business
town.
as your family, or a different business?
Somewhat of a different business.
Explain.
So going out adventuring, I got to see all these other towns and the different styles of wood making and stuff, or different architectures. So you said one of the things is the town was focusing or was having issues trying to expand.
Yeah, to allow other races and other types of people to live in it.
Oh, okay. My brother's in politics.
Yeah. So you want to do renovation projects. You want to do a whole neighborhood project.
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to be kind of bridging the gap between the construction guilds, like construction and craftsmanship. So you're using where you're already at and the connections your family already has to kind of step into another house.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. We need to roll to see how well that does for you.
Okay.
Please roll a d20 and then we'll pull cards.
15.
Wonderful. Please roll a card for a benefit. For how well it goes.
Roll
This
a
is-
card. Okay, here we go.
Sorry, pull a card.
Sorry. Just 6 of cups. And I just sat here and lied about every single card that I pulled.
No.
I'm
Crime
joking.
rates.
I'm actually showing them as well.
increase, Neighborhoods
They're so shiny.
we'll change the music here too.
Sorry. That
It
little
reminds me of
little
Sonic.
build up there. That feels that it's like a climax.
Okay, so crime rates have increased, neighborhoods are experiencing poverty, but the family has grown closer, more focused on love and closeness. That's not blah 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 blah. Connection. Jimmy has gone into politics to try and help the city. So you come home and using your family's network, step into city planning and neighborhood projects. Okay. And you're doing this with diversity. Now, the thing about Missy in your group, well, you were a really good builder, and that had a lot of really helpful things to do in each town. Missy was able to pay attention to diversity, to the details of all of the different cities and all the different people and what they need to live and feel comfortable.
Okay.
So, if you're all right with it, is Missy a good helper for you in this?
Yes. I would also say that because her lover bard, we're just spreading good vibes in everything we do. And if they don't listen to what we say, then we smash their faces.
Can you
I'm
roll a d10?
Send me there. 4. Because I used the percentile one is a D10, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was like 40.
Roll a d20. Or any die, really. Is it even or odd?
Even.
Roll again.
Odd.
Roll again.
Odd.
Roll again.
Odd. I need to stop using that die. I just got 3 9s in a row. It was a 6, then it was 9, then it was 9, then it was 9.
The first girl that they have, your first niece. Well, that being said, your other sisters have maybe had some children while you were here, but you weren't close to them.
I'm glad I came back.
Maybe just 1 or 2. Missy, with Rory, ends up having 4 children. A girl, and then 3 boys. The first girl is named after your family and the family business. Her nickname is Woodsy, but that's not actually her name. The first boy is named after you.
Mata Ampaphis.
Sorry, the business name after the parents. Is named after me.
You don't actually know his real name.
What?
Cleus.
I was gonna say you could do Tim.
Leo. Why Tim?
Clay Tim.
Oh, Clay Tim. Oh, Timmy. Yeah, you don't know his full name, but his nickname is Timmy because he was named after you.
Sorry.
They have the last two boys haven't actually been born yet, but she will have 2 more boys.
I thought the name was Boy.
So,
Sorry.
Woodsy and Timmy are very, very young while you guys are doing these building projects.
Mm-hmm.
What she's doing with Rory is Rory's actually helping recruit different people in town to fill these neighborhoods. They're finding out who works in those areas and would be best to live there, what kinds of things do they need for their culture, what religious centers do they need for their gods. You are making them feel more included in your town by actually building architecture that supports their lifestyles, their ethnicity, their religion. You are working on these projects with your brother, and that's increasing his support, which is allowing your relationship with your brother to improve.
Okay.
Because now, not that this is a really like a big deal. Like, there aren't huge people who are like, oh my god, I'm so mad at Clay for building homes for this race of people. But actually, just kidding. There are some prejudiced people who have a problem with it. They try to light fires. They try to lay poisonous funguses. They try to summon monsters from the Underdark to ravage the town. So there are actually there's more criminal activity that's increasing. And the good thing is you brought a rogue with you. So guess who's become a detective investigator to look into all of these incidents?
My ladybud, Millie.
Willow.
Sorry.
Don't change it.
Willow.
Okay.
Has been looking into all the accidents affecting your projects and putting your lives at risk. Now, she spends a lot of time away from you because of this. Do you miss her?
Because I'm like, yes, but I keep busy.
She always shows up at weird moments. Like, what are you doing here? And she's like, get down. She's saved your life at least 10 times now. She has pulled you out of fires. She has stopped things from falling on you. She has fought off monsters, gotten you out of places where hold on. Dude, I don't know where that came from. So Willow and you have been, she's been incredibly important to you. She moved into this town and made a home here because she didn't have a home anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And this is someone who, acts like you guys have nothing in common, but supports everything you do. I'm trying to think. So where you try to help people, she's helping you help people. And when you're coming home to get rest, there's a safe place for you to rest. With all this going on, you know that you are always safe with her. There's a few times where you're scared. You're scared. You don't know who to trust. You feel like you're being chased. You know in your head, if I get to Willow, I will be safe.
I do have a history of paranoia.
Yeah, and she also happens to have a couple of safe houses that you didn't realize she found in the city.
Cool.
So she has been there every time that you've needed it, gotten really sick from mold that's been implanted, plagues, things like that. So she is fucking covered for you. And because of that, you are successful. Now that you have spent most of your life traveling and working on your business, you are getting older. Mm-hmm. What are the things you want to get done before it's too late?
Things I want to get done before it's too late. I guess maybe kids.
With who?
With Willow.
Are you okay with her name? Now that you're actually married, let's actually give you her real name. You guys called her that on the road. But her real name
Is bull yield.
Wilhelmina,
Oh.
which is a real name. Do you hate that?
No, I just never heard of it.
You never heard Wilhelmina?
Nope.
What about Winifred?
Oh, I've heard that one, but
Her name is
Winnemia. Sorry. Oh, this has words.
What did I say? Wilhelmina, Winnemia. Yeah, Winnemia. Her name is Winnemia. That's all you know. Her name is Winnemia. And convincing her that things are safe enough for her to settle down was hard to do.
I feel like she would have to convince me.
You both, do you think it's an accident? Do you think that's how it happens?
Yeah.
Do you think things just escalate and escalate and escalate? And then because she's suddenly pregnant, now you guys have to face the, okay, do we get married? Do we settle down?
She was like, I'm keeping you safe, just stay down.
Shut up.
Sorry.
So your guys' relationship just exploded very suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like there's the forced proximity. You guys got locked in a closet together. You started meeting up. When you would meet up, it would go from talking to suddenly making out, like really romantic, like can't keep your hands off each other, can't stop loving each other. So romantic.
Well, to be fair, she kept telling me when things were safe or not. I thought you said we were safe.
So,
Sorry.
Winnemia, I thought you said we were safe. That's funny. So when you guys are much older, like all of your nieces and nephews have reached the teenage years. All of your family has successful businesses, so you're one of the later people in your family to have children. You are still really close with Missy and Rory. You are still really close with Woodsy, Timmy, and her other boys. But now it's time for you to have your child. Can you roll a d20, decide what gender they will elect to have as they grow up?
Odd.
Okay.
I think that was for boys.
So you have a son. What do you want to name him? You, an architect, essentially, that is what you are. While your family were carpenters, you are an architect.
Willie.
That's his nickname or that's his full name?
That's his full name.
Willie. Okay.
Willie?
Do you have any more? You're so late in age. If you say yes, you'll roll a d4.
Oh, for how many children?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
You roll a d4.
Okay. I mean, hell, let's just say that they are...
Because you guys are older, I was going to say it's going to be some kind of duplicate, either twins or triplets. Did you get a 4?
I got a 3.
Triplets?
So, yeah, we'll just do triplets.
Can you roll 3d20s?
Well, Willie already is gonna... Oh, it's Willie and triplets? Ooh.
Or do you want to do Willie and twins?
Willie and twins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll 2 d20s. I did
okay.
lose a d20 during the session.
I heard it, so we'll have to find it. The first one's going to be a girl, and the... it's a girl and a boy for twins.
Okay, what is the girl's name?
The girl's name will be... You're going to hate me. Millie.
I don't hate it. And your sister, Missy, did you name Millie after Missy?
Yeah, we can say that. Billy.
Why?
Willie, Millie, Billy?
Oh my god, I hate it. Okay. I hate it. You're right, I do hate it. Okay, I want to see...
Well, fine. Okay, well...
No, I'm kidding. Please leave it. Please leave it. I like it for D&D. I hate it for real life.
Okay.
I'm just being a brat. Okay.
When it's Clayton Cyrus Flynn,
Yeah.
Granted, I don't really know that that's my name at this point, but yes.
Can you please roll a d20 to see how similar Willie is to you and your wife? Wow. Willie is just like both of you. He's a weird mix of both of you where he's a good boy. He cares about helping people and learning. He has really good health. But he's a brat like your wife. Oh, he's a little shit. Mm-hmm. Like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, like, have you seen the Calvin and Hobbes one where he's hammering nails into the coffee table? And she goes, what are you doing? He goes, is this a trick question? Like, it's obvious what he's doing. Like, it's so fucking funny. Anyway, so he's a little brat. You are a much sweeter little boy, but your wife was very naughty. So you have a little shit. But he is very good on the inside. But he's dangerous because he also has your wife's sneaking abilities. Mm. So now it comes to the twins. Can you roll a d20 to see how similar Millie is to you?
That is a 15.
Okay. Is very scholarly, cares a lot about her books and her activities and her work. The problem is she works a little too hard and you have to stop her and you have to go, it's okay. And she goes, it's not perfect. And you're like, honey, stop it. So she's a little neurotic, like Santiago. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll for Billy. Who'd you get? He is nothing like you guys. I don't know what that means yet. You'll have to see as he grows up, but he disagrees with almost everything, or he gets really quiet. He fights you guys on things.
Can we please say that he's just like Jimmy, so that way I can tell Willow?
Maybe, we don't know.
So that way I can
You're worried that he is not going to be a good boy, but you don't know yet.
So that way I can tell Winnamia that don't worry, Jimmy is the same. It's not my first rodeo.
It's very possible he's just going to have differing opinions than you. But it's also possible he's not going to be a good boy like you. We don't know yet. We will have to roll and draw cards. Millie is very caring and perfectionist.
Very much a good twin, evil twin.
Is argumentative. Yeah. And... okay. The thing is, because you waited so long to have children, if you were younger, we would see what kind of things happen to your kids. But instead, we saw what kind of things happen with your business. So now we have to see what happens with the decline of your life. What is going to happen as you age? Would you please draw a card for the benefit of your children growing up and you declining? In your old age...
5. The Hierophant?
The Hierophant is religion. In other decks, it's other people have changed it to religion.
Okay.
In your late life, with all of these temples and shrines you've built to all these different cultures and religions, you are actually getting thanks from those gods. It's a major deal.
Interesting.
Not that you are like the center of attention, you're not a prophet, but you have favor. And when you go to each of these and pay your respects, you get responses.
And I tell each one of them, whoa, hold up. Leave room for Lathander, my guys.
You just go and you pray and you say, thank you for coming to our town and protecting our seas and protecting our sailors, O God of the ocean. We appreciate that your family of followers can find peace here in the city, and in return you get a thanks, either in the form of a blessing or a gift or just friends with the church. You've done this at least with 10 different religions. Because of your career, you have built a huge network of support for you and your family. So as you are deteriorating, as there are things you can no longer physically do, there are people to do it for you. If there are medicines you can't find, there are people to find it for you. If your children are having trouble accessing something, it will be found for you. If your daughter wants certain knowledge, you can find a teacher for it. You basically have access to almost anything you need because of your support system. Now, that being said, what bad things do happen to your family as you age? Go ahead and draw your card.
The Princess of Swords.
the page? Oh, it is the page. Ha! This one is definitely about Billy. Challenging authority with a know-it-all attitude can get old pretty quick. You're bored and in need of mental stimulation to keep up with the rapid-fire thoughts. All talk and no action leads to a distrust between you and your peers. Making promises you cannot keep does not bode well for your reputation, nor aligns with your intentions. Communication is a two-way street. Become aware of how you speak to others, as it may rub them the wrong way and you could come off as annoying instead of intelligent. So here's the thing. While your support system has grown, your relationship with your youngest boy, Billy, is bad. As he grows up, the only thing he does is challenge authority, but he does get bored of it. And because he's bored of it, he starts lashing out, committing crimes. A lot of people are willing to help and try to therapize him or give him outlets, and none of it works. He distrusts you, he distrusts the entire support system you've made, he acts out against them. Nothing you can do can make him calm down and feel at home and feel welcome here. No matter how much kindness you give him, nor how much discipline, nothing is working, and you have this huge alienation between you and your son, Billy.
That's unfortunate.
So while you have a wonderful family that you were born into, you have a wonderful support system in this town, you made friends, you found a wife, you had beautiful children, and you have beautiful nieces and nephews, there is one person in your entire family who doesn't fit in, and it is your son, Billy. Reflecting on your life, what were your favorite parts?
Missy?
Your sister, Missy?
Yep.
Going adventuring with her?
Yep, adventuring with her.
It's all because of that you were able to create your architect business.
Mm-hmm.
So you've done a lot for a lot of other people. What have you done for yourself? All of this was for you as well? Because it brought you happiness.
Yeah. Yep. Kind of busy because I like being busy, and I was able to help a lot of people.
Yeah. Your parents did die before you.
Oh no, not Martha and Papa.
They were very proud grandparents of your children and your nieces and nephews.
Except for Billy.
They died before all.
Billy can go die in a bitch. Ditch.
I didn't mean to say bitch. Oh my gosh. Also, I'm just messing around.
I know.
I'm sure he'll swing around at some point.
Because you're doing so well for yourself, are you okay that your siblings actually get your childhood home instead of you? Or do you want a part in it as well?
I mean,
I would.
At this point, it could have been grown into an estate where you guys have just more buildings and you all live nearby.
That's what I was kind of thinking. That's cool.
Near the end of your life, you didn't see much of Billy anymore, and you're not really sure where he went.
Oh, that hurts.
But Willie, Millie, and Woodsy, and Timmy are all incredibly close. Even though they've gone on to meet people, date people, go visit bars, go to school. One has gone to college in town, another's learning magic, another's learning tinkering. They've all kind of gone in different directions because of what you guys have built. They have all the opportunities in the world to go wherever they want.
Okay.
But they visit you regularly. You guys have huge family holidays every month. And you see each other at least once every 10 days. And your kids The older ones still live with you. They just have their own space. But as you're fading, it starts to get dark again. And it starts to get black. You start to not be able to feel your toes, your feet, your legs. You lose feeling in your fingertips and your hands. You forget what you look like. You forget your wife's face. You forget your children's bodies. You forget almost everything. You can remember the interesting architecture of the homes you built and the town on the ocean. You remember those sage green leaves of the trees, that warm weather, that salty breeze. You remember the nicknames of your children, though you don't remember their faces or their full names. You remember Willie, Millie, Billy, Woodsy, and Timmy. You remember your wife, Winnamia. But in the blackness, with just these remaining names and these remaining memories, you can't reach them. You can't find them. You're looking around, where is my wife? Where is my son? Where is my daughter? Where is my missing son? Where did he go? Where is my family and why am I alone? You wake up crying. You don't know where you are, how you got here, but there is a part of you that knows your wife and your children are gone. You've spent years and years and years raising those kids, holding them in your arms and falling asleep on your chest while you napped together. You had fires and meals with them. You built things. You saw them smile and jump for joy and dance. You saw them fall asleep. They're gone. You miss the weight of them in your arms. Your chest feels empty without the weight of your wife's head against your chest when you hug her. The air feels dead without her voice. The world feels like there's a gaping pit in it without your wife and children in your life. Which is funny because you're the one who left. You're the one who died first. Clay, you wake up with your back on the gravel road, under the sun in the middle of the day. Standing above you is a white lion man and a short green goblin man, looking at you, wondering why you passed out on the ground. You're slowly starting to remember who these two are, who Doric and Gumbo are. But that was hundreds of years ago that you saw them last. You have lived an entire lifetime since then. And that entire lifetime is gone. What you bring with you to Clay's life is all the knowledge and experience you just experienced. You gain new skill proficiencies, new backgrounds, new languages. It's as if your character has additional backgrounds. And possibly additional feats, and possibly additional spells. We're going to analyze everything written in this document to come up with the additional abilities that are going to be added to Clay's character sheet. The downside to this is Clay will forever have a hole in his heart for the wife and children that he lost. He will always feel like they are missing. You will still fall in love with people. You will still make friends. You still have room for them in your heart. There will just always be a hole where those 4 people are missing. And while you will still feel at home at Place Amir, you will feel like there is a whole second home you miss. You are homesick for that home. on the ocean side.
I don't know if I can keep going with bully yield anymore.
But Lily, there's a part of you that knows you have to grieve and you have to move on and you have to live your life as Clay. But who you were before, that was a whole nother person. So, Clay, that was not you. You are Clay. Whoever that was, you don't know his name or who he was. You know his wife was Winnamia. You know his children were Willie, Millie, and Billy.
It's going to be really easy to remember those. Willie, Millie, Billy, and Woodsy, and Timmy.
Yeah, we're the nephew and niece and nephew.
Bumsies.
So you are gonna do just fine, but Clay now has, if we were playing like Baldur's Gate, there would be a little like thing next to your icon that says grieving. Grieving the loss of the family you had. You have to continue on living an entire life without them. That is the grave. You experience an entire life all the way to the grave.
I called it when I said it was like that Adventure Time episode. I flippin' called it.
Do you hate it?
I don't hate it.
But you do a little bit.
No, I mean...
There are people in this world, me included, who have had dreams, very vivid dreams, where they have had an entire family, they've had children, they've lived a whole life, and they wake up in the morning to their alarm before work, and all of that never existed. It was all just a dream. And that's what this card emulates. However, the benefit is you are going to get a bunch of extra stuff added to your character sheet. So how you roleplay this going forward, you don't have to bring it up in every episode. You don't have to bring it up all the time. But there can be little twinges, even if you just give me eye contact, where we know Clay is thinking about Winnamia when he talks to Bill Lilly. Or when he sees a child, he feels a twinge in his heart because he thinks of his children. How you feeling?
That was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
So, thank you for pulling the grave. Thank you for pulling the card. You don't know what those people look like. You don't know their full names. You don't know where they lived. You don't even know what race you were.
That is upsetting. That is very upsetting. I swear, if you at some point write it into this campaign, established, or this building was, built from such and such, his nickname was Willie Millie Billy, or Willie, what would it be?
But
oh my gosh, I realized I just did BMW
Clay,
backwards.
They wouldn't know who you are.
I'm saying if I found something and they're dead.
But they wouldn't know you. Are you okay?
At that point, I would have to. At that point, I'd be like, I would do research on the father of who their father was.
What happens? What happens when you find out who that was?
Speak with dead.
You don't think there's any consequences to that? Any paradoxes?
Well, because I would want to sit there and be like, did he live my frickin' life? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right, are you ready to end the episode? What?
Is this gonna tie into the soul swappings?
No. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, no.
Okay, but you
Maybe.
see, you
I
see
might
how
change
it
my
could.
mind. I might, if I find a way to make it work, I'll change my mind, but no.
But you could kind of see how it could.
So before we played this episode, you were so upset. You were like, what are the chances that Clay doesn't wake up again? You were like, how bad do I have to roll for Clay to never wake up again?
Yeah.
And I was just like, you were like, would I have to roll really bad for Clay not to wake up again? And I was like, yeah. There's literally no way Clay wasn't going to wake up again.
Okay.
But if you had rolled 100 net ones in a row, I would have been like, okay, Clay's dead. Like,
so
we're done.
So then here's... Oh, and we can talk about this off camera too. So that's
Okay.
fine.
Well, thank you for joining us on Downstairs and Dragons for our mini in-between episode about the grave, where Clay went through a huge ordeal, lived an unknown number of years, but an entire lifetime of another person, and now has to return to life as a cowboy monk with his friends who visit a library and go and solve mysteries.
It was just a little dead on the inside now.
Just a little bit.
Just a little dead. Just a little dead.
But there's a little bit of light and hope, too, because you saw how good life could be and all the goodness of making relationships with people and bonding with them. But yes. Thank you so much for joining us on Downstairs and Dragons. We will see you next time for a regular episode of D&D.